Hey guys, it's Charlotte back with another video. I know it's been a while. I think that a lot of feelings came in whenever I uploaded my first video. I felt a lot of, I guess, anxiety towards it. I didn't know if it was going to be well received. I mean, I did get more views than I thought I would. I thought I was going to get no views, so that's fantastic. And I was struggling with like what direction to take these videos, or at least my next one. And I decided that today's video is going to be talking about my experience at eating disorder treatment. Um, I think that this video could help people who have an eating disorder, who have been thinking about going to get help, and I just want to kind of inform people of like my experience at eating disorder treatment, and maybe help prepare people for that, and maybe to help educate people on what it really looks like. Because I know in media it's portrayed a little different than what it really is. Like the movie To the Bone. Don't take that as what it's like. It's not. It's very different. So first I wanted to start off with talking about the admission process. Now, the admission process is pretty simple. You usually call in and you talk to someone from the admissions board, and then they will present your case to the clinical team, who will then decide if treatment is appropriate for you, if residential or a partial hospitalization program or intensive outpatient is appropriate for you. For me, the first time was admitted to residential treatment, which, other than inpatient treatment, is the most like medically, like, you need to be medically stable. This is like all the staff is watching you. You can't go to the bathroom without having the door slightly open. That kind of really intense kind of environment. Now, I went to Castlewood, and this is in St. Louis, Missouri. It's now called Alsana, but in this video I'm going to be referring to it as Castlewood. So after getting admissions done and everything, you go. And the residential place that I went to was kind of laid back, I'm thinking, because I've only been to this one place, but it seems like it's rather laid back when it comes to like controlling you, or kind of trying to disconnect you from the world. They don't really do that. You can have your phone, you can have your computer, you can have your iPods. So all communication with the outside world is fine. You can smoke cigarettes if that's what you do. You can vape. Everything on that end is very open. You can get mail anytime you want. Of course, they control some of what you can get in the mail. You can't really get clothes in the mail because for some people that can be a trigger, getting clothes. You can't get food in the mail, obviously. But other than that, it's pretty open. Now, of course, there is a schedule. It's a pretty strict schedule. From 7 until 5 o'clock, you're doing groups and individual sessions and activities. And that's Monday through Friday. And some of the groups that they have is they have a sexual healing group. They have a chemical dependency group. They have timeline group, which is when somebody writes down their life, that involves like traumatic events in your life, things that could have led to you having an eating disorder. And they just kind of have you read that to everyone just so that they can get a better idea of who you are. Now, some places I've heard do this differently where they don't really talk about their traumatic events with the group. It's more just an individualized, that's when you talk about it. But I find it very helpful to talk about it to your community, which is what I call the other clients that are there. I find it very helpful because it brings you closer. And people kind of get an idea of why you are how you are, what led to this, and if you ever have a breakdown or something, they kind of have an idea of what's going on. They have art group, and that's really great. It's very relieving, I think is the word I want to use. I enjoyed that group. So they have a lot of different groups. They keep you busy, definitely keep you busy. Now, the bathroom is a different story. So when you first get there, you're on 24-hour observation. So anytime you have to go to the bathroom, you have to have the door cracked. Everybody kind of has their individual bathrooms in their rooms, but they have those locked if you're on 24-hour obs, or if you're on 12-hour. 12-hour observation would be 12 hours after you eat. You can be off of observation, but that doesn't really work because you're eating between the 12 hours. So you can get down to 6 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, and 30 minute, and then no observations. And when you finally get to no observations, it's great. It's freedom, but you also have to commit that you're going to be open with your care team, which would be your nutritionist, your therapist, and your psychiatrist, about if you use behaviors such as purging in the bathrooms. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. So after residential, which is when they think that you're stable enough to step up, you go to partial hospitalization programming. And that's in a very different building. It's not a home setting. And you stay in an apartment complex. I had my own apartment for about a week. And then I finally got a roommate, which I preferred a roommate because, you know, you're just going there around 8 o'clock and you're alone. Like, it's not fun. Not that it's supposed to be fun, but, you know, you don't have that support when you get home. So if you're on the first level in PHP, you have, well, first let me say, it's kind of the same. You have groups, all the same groups. We have nutrition group, and they take you once a week, all levels, once a week to the grocery store. And if you're on level 1, you have to pick a challenge snack, and that means that you pick a snack that's something that you wouldn't let yourself eat. Maybe it's a binge food, something that you're really strict about, and you sit down and you try to eat that whenever you get back. They have cooking class, which is pretty good because I myself struggle with this, with kind of like getting in the kitchen and getting something together for myself to eat because everything seems so intimidating. But anyways, so if you're on level 2 or 3, you may be responsible to bring your own lunch. You may be responsible to make your own dinner. And that's definitely more challenging. But it really helps you to learn independence and learn how to fight through those urges that you have and learn how to exist on your own. But still having that support when you get back, or if you need to talk to a peer about it, there's always people around. And after PHP is IOP, which is intensive outpatient, and this is the lowest level of care. You don't come in every day for meetings, and you don't have group every day all day, and you are encouraged to volunteer and encouraged to get a part-time job. You eat your meals by yourself except for once a week. It's a really telling time to see if you're really ready to get back out there, and you'll definitely know, and your team will definitely know. And I think that something that I really want to like let you guys know is that in eating disorder treatment, it's not just about being open with your community. I mean, sorry. It's not just about being open with your care team. It's about being open with your community and the people around you, because they're the ones that are going to help you through this journey, which could last 1 month, 6 months, a year. It really just depends on who you are and what's going on. Unfortunately, there are some times when insurance will cut you, which means that they will stop paying for your care. And in treatment centers, a day is like $1,200. So it's a lot. So you just kind of really, most people just go as long as their insurance will pay to get them as far as they can into recovery before they're on their own again. But anyways, I think it's really, really important that you make friends, because they're the ones that you're going to be talking to outside of programming time. They're the ones that are going to be the ones that that you're maybe living with, the ones that you keep in contact with whenever you're out of programming. And by that I mean whenever you're discharged from treatment. I still keep in touch with people that I was with in 2017, which I know that's not too long ago, but I keep in contact with them. I keep in contact with the people I was with in 2018, and it's definitely worth it. These friendships are not friendships that do not last, because you get to know these people on a very, very deep level, and I think that's what's really cool about it. So yeah, that was kind of the setup of my treatment. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. I'm very interested to know, what your experience was, or if you have any questions about what to expect that I didn't cover in the video, or if you just want to talk, I'm here. So make sure you subscribe. I'm going to try to get into more of a normal posting schedule. I know it's been a month since my last video. I just wasn't sure if this was something that was going to work. But seeing the comments in my last video, I'm so happy that this is reaching people. It's just always been something that's very important to me to spread awareness, I think, more than anything, about the eating disorder community and breaking the stigma about people with eating disorders. I actually have a shirt on right now that says, "I don't give a fuck about your diet, Susan." I think it's really funny. So if you guys want this shirt, go to thefatmermaid.com or something. They have this shirt. They have a lot of other cute shirts. Some of them are a little bit triggering. Like they have one that looks like the spots of a cow, which, ouch. But they have some really cute ones, so check them out if you want the shirt. Not spots, obviously. But anyways, so you guys just have a fantastic day, and make sure that you hit the notification bell so you can see whenever I post new stuff, and leave your suggestions for new videos. Bye!